Oh, hello. You're new. What can I get you started to drink tonight? Oh, pure ethanol isn't on the menu, I'm afraid. But I'm sure we can find something that'll suit your tastes. Feel free to take a look at the wall or the cocktail list to see if anything interests you. Or, if you prefer, I can take a guess. Well, I most certainly can try. It's merely a fun little game I like to play with customers when it's low. So, what do you say? Tell you what, I'll sweeten the deal. If you don't like it, the first drink is free. Excellent. Let me look at you. You could be a whiskey drinker, but I sorta doubt it. Whiskey people tend to hold themselves a certain way. Like, if they're just waiting to be asked what their favorite Scottish distillery is. There's beer, but beer people are boring. And you don't look boring. You're not a hard sparkling water type of drinker, because, let's face it, no one wastes the time to come into a bar and sit down for a white claw. Also, you look like you actually have taste. Oh no, don't get me wrong. It's not just white claw. I'm a certified sparkling water hater. Now shush. You're distracting me while I think. So we all love a rum and coke. Add lime and it's Cuba Libre, which I love even more. It's gorgeous and an absolute classic. I call this a Cuba and North Carolina Libre. I know the name is a mouthful, but trust me, you won't be complaining whenever you get a mouthful. I like to pretend I'm a mixologist whenever things are slow. I replaced the Coke with a cheer wine, so that way it has both a cherry and a lime flavor profile. So tell me, how do you like it? Good, I'm glad. Don't worry though, even if you like it, the first one is free. I love this game, and I never get to make this for people. Thank you, thank you. Alright, now that you have a drink in your hand, how can I help you? I feel like I've done this long enough to get a good read on people when they walk through my door. And the impression I got from you is that the whole song and dance, the whole service with a smile, might not be what you're looking for. At least right at this moment. It's not that obvious, don't worry. I'm just the one looking for it. People walking into a bar alone? There's only so many moods that they could be in. You're not in the best one, and that's okay. Hey, look, if you're not in the mood for chit chat, I'll keep your drink topped up and my mouth shut. How's that sound? But if you want to pick me up, I'll give you the whole charm and razzle dazzle. So, pick your poison. Pretty thing like you? Oh, don't you worry about it. It's not a bother. Too much? Yeah, it happens. Oh, really, don't worry. It's hard to bring down the mood on a quiet night. In a quiet place like this, no less. The salarymen down at the other end certainly don't care, so you shouldn't either. That is to say, I care. Enough to hear out your worries and woes, if you're willing to tell them, that is. Oh, I disagree. Listening to patrons' troubles over a drink? Well, that's basically in the bartender's handbook, right next to the chapter on check IDs, and before the chapter of play along when customers ask for a martini shaken and not stirred, even if that's a shitty drink. Oh, don't get me started. It's the worst. Shaking waters it down. It physically pains me to make it, especially since I get that request at least twice a week. So, enough of that. What's up? Family drama? Friend troubles? Maybe dating? Oh, me? I'm unmatched at the moment. I've done the whole dating circuit. I know how that shit can suck. What is it? Too many hot singles breaking down your door? Yeah? Can I ask... Can I ask how it went? I have to admit, that date couldn't have gone well if you came straight from the restaurant next door and right to drink your sorrows away at this empty bar. Uh-huh. Mmm. You're joking. Oh, you're not. Oh my god. Where did you find this person? America's Most Wanted? Please tell me they're not getting a second date. Probably. Come on. That wasn't the worst date you've been on, sure, but trust me, you can definitely do better. Because you can do better than someone who laps up their water glass like a dog. In a restaurant, no less. That's insane. Respectfully, I have to disagree. I do agree that it's unrealistic to think that you'll find the perfect person right away. Relationships require time and effort and compromise. That doesn't mean that they should be hard though, and that you should saddle yourself with a fixer-upper. How does that saying go? There's plenty of fish in the sea, so you shouldn't settle for a catfish. Oh, I don't know. A catfish was just the grossest fish I could think of in the moment. Plenty of fish. Isn't that one of those dating apps? No. Not cause I'm in a relationship or not looking. I just really don't like the whole process behind dating apps and websites. The whole pomp and circumstance of it. I think it's something about selling and marketing drinks all day that I just don't want to market myself on top of that. Not that I'm above that or anything, it just doesn't really appeal to me. Well, I was about to say I'd go out and meet people the old fashioned way, but one, that makes me sound like a pretentious hipster, and two, it wouldn't even be true. I wish it were, but I don't really make the time for it. Well, for starters, I work, and then I spend time with friends and family when I'm not working. It's not that I don't go out, it's just that you have to go out of your way and prioritize meeting new people whenever you go out like that. And that's not really something I'm prioritizing right now, I guess. Well, I do, as much as the next person. Why? Do I strike you as a casual hookup type? Well, I'm not. At least, not anymore. I don't know. I just think when it happens, it'll be organic. And it will happen by the grace of, I don't know, serendipity, fate, chance, all that stuff. The Tumblr meet cute, I don't know, all that stuff. If I don't, I don't. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But I have a feeling it will. I know it in the same way anybody knows anything about love, which is to say, I don't really. I feel it though. I think fate is less like a helicopter parent and more like a really good teacher. It's not going to repeatedly shove your soulmates in your face until you get the hint, but it'll be obvious if you're looking for it and if you're ready for it. The person who's right for me isn't going to fall in my lap like a rom-com because that would be too easy. I think it's way more likely that they'll walk into my bar and I have to take the initiative to make the first move. Hey, that's what this is, by the way. Me. Me making the first move. Why? Because you're beautiful. Because you're interesting and really easy to talk to. Because even though I haven't seen you smile yet, I'll bet tonight's tips that it'll light up this place. That's all the reasons for now. Simple as breathing. Do we need more reasons than that? Well, personally, I like simple. I like straightforward. Like I said, I don't think all this had to be hard per se. Fortune doesn't favor martyrs, fortune favors the bold. And I want to be so bold as to ask you out on a date. To a much better restaurant than the one next door, I should add. Let's just say their staff come in here to unwind after work. I love them to pieces, and they're always welcome here. But I'm not so sure I would pay money for the food they've made. I know way too much. Well, wait, why the fuck would I pity you? You're hot. Of course you're hot. Bartenders may live off of tips, but do you think I flirt and play the guess the drink game with every Tom, Dick, and Larry and Casey and Stacy that comes through these doors? Do I flirt with you guys, Larry? I bet you wish. Look but don't touch, losers. I've checked your IDs. I know where you bums live, okay? Those guys. Now, where were we? There's the smile I've been waiting for. I was right. That smile is a showstopper.